How to master the basic table manners. You've been invited to an elegant dinner, but somewhere between the swirl of cutlery and the whispered formality, a quiet worry rises. Will I do something wrong and be judged for it? When every clink feels like a spotlight, how can a woman remain both graceful and at ease? Imagine replacing that tight-chested uncertainty with a calm, effortless poise that speaks before you ever say a word. Tonight's table isn't just about food. It's a stage where self-respect can shine in silence. Number 1. What are table manners? Table manners are more than a list of rules. They're a quiet form of communication. Without saying a word, they reflect your self-respect, your upbringing, and your awareness of others. They're not just about forks and knives, they're about presence, about how you carry yourself in shared spaces. Often misunderstood as stiff or outdated, good manners are actually timeless. They don't bind you, they free you. They allow you to focus on the moment, not on self-consciousness. Because when you know what to do, your energy shifts from worry to warmth. That in itself is an elegant kind of power. Number 2. Why do we need table manners? We need table manners not to impress, but to express. They show care for yourself, for the people you're with, and for the space you're in. When you sit at a table with confidence and grace, it tells others, I am present, I am respectful, I am aware, without saying it out loud. Table manners ease social tension. They create a rhythm that everyone can follow, even in unfamiliar settings. In professional dinners, they speak before your resume does. In personal moments, they make others feel safe and seen. And perhaps most importantly, they ground you. In a world that moves fast, good manners invite us to slow down, to savor not just the food, but the moment and the people across from us. Number 3, seating arrangements. Who should sit where? Where you sit at a table might seem trivial, but it quietly sets the tone for the entire experience. In formal settings, seating arrangements are usually thoughtful, based on hierarchy, relationships, or the purpose of the gathering. The host or hostess traditionally sits at the head, with guests of honor placed nearby. But even in casual settings, there's a subtle dance to it. Avoid rushing to sit down, pause, observe, and allow the host to guide the flow. If you're the one hosting, take a moment to consider energy and conversation. Who should sit near whom to foster connection? It's less about control and more about intention. A well-considered seat isn't about status. It's about making every guest feel like they belong, even before the first bite is served. Number 4, posture and seating etiquette. Before you speak, your posture has already introduced you. Sitting tall, with your back gently straight, shoulders relaxed, and feet flat, creates an aura of quiet strength. It says you are composed, attentive, and fully present. Slouching or leaning too far back, even unconsciously, sends the opposite message, disinterest or insecurity. This isn't about rigidity, it's about elegance and stillness. Your chair should support you, not swallow you. Sit far enough from the table to move freely, but close enough to engage. And when you do lean in slightly, let it be with intention, when you're listening, laughing, or toasting. Graceful posture invites others to match your energy. It shifts the atmosphere from casual to considered, making the entire dining experience feel more thoughtful, without a single word spoken. Number 5, elbows on the table. This is one of those age-old questions. Are elbows ever allowed on the table? The answer is yes, but with nuance. During the meal, keep your elbows off the table while eating. It keeps your movements neat and your space considerate. But between courses, when conversation flows and plates are being cleared, resting your elbows lightly on the table is acceptable, even charming in many modern settings. It shows engagement, especially during heartfelt conversations. The mistake isn't in placing elbows on the table, it's in doing so thoughtlessly. When in doubt, mirror the host or the cultural setting. Good etiquette isn't about strict rules, it's about reading the room with grace. Sometimes restraint speaks louder than comfort. And knowing the difference? That's where quiet confidence begins. Number 6, hands on your lap or table. Where your hands rest during a meal says more than you think. In American dining etiquette, hands are typically placed in your lap when not in use, calm, relaxed, and out of the way. In contrast, European styles, particularly French etiquette, favor resting wrists slightly on the edge of the table. Never elbows, just wrists. Neither is better. What matters is consistency and awareness. Fidgeting, hiding your hands under the table, or crossing your arms can come across as anxious or disengaged. Let your hands reflect your presence. They should move with ease, purposeful, never frantic. When used well, even your stillness can feel graceful. And when you're mindful of these small gestures, you begin to radiate something rare, the kind of elegance that's felt before it's ever noticed. Number 7. What to do with your phone or bag. A graceful woman never lets her belongings speak louder than her presence. Your phone, while essential, should never sit on the table. It sends a quiet message that something else might be more important than the moment you're in. Keep it silenced and tucked away in your bag or coat pocket. As for handbags, opt for placing them on your lap, beside you on the chair if space allows, or discreetly on the floor next to you, never on the table. Avoid fussing or adjusting them too often. The goal is to create a space where nothing distracts from the connection unfolding around the table. When you remove visual clutter, you invite something far more beautiful into focus, your full, undivided presence, and that is unforgettable. Number 8. Proper dining table setting. A well-set table is like a soft introduction. It speaks elegance before the meal even begins. Start from the outside in. Utensils are placed in the order of use. The salad fork sits farthest left, followed by the dinner fork. On the right, you'll find the dinner knife, then the soup spoon. Glasses are arranged above the knives. Water closest, then white wine, then red or champagne if included. The napkin, folded with care, rests either to the left of the forks or atop the plate. This setting isn't rigid, it's thoughtful. It offers structure, rhythm, and quiet guidance for the meal ahead. Understanding it doesn't just help you feel more at ease. It allows you to move with confidence, like you were born to belong at every table you sit at. Number 9, how to unfold and use your napkin. The moment you're seated and the host places their napkin, you gently follow. Unfold it with calm hands, never a snap or shake, and place it neatly across your lap, folded in half with the crease toward your waist. Its purpose is quiet but essential, to dab, not wipe your mouth. If you need to step away, place it loosely on your chair. At the end of the meal, never refold it. Lay it casually to the left of your plate. Your napkin is a silent companion throughout the meal, used with intention, not distraction. And when you handle it with grace, you communicate a deeper message. That you bring thoughtfulness to every detail, even the ones that often go unnoticed. Number 10. How to handle drinks and glasses. Your glassware speaks its own quiet language. Knowing how to use it allows you to flow through the meal with poise. Water is typically in the largest glass, closest to your right. Wine glasses follow just behind, with white wine in a smaller bowl and red in a rounder, wider one. Champagne flutes are tall and slender, often the farthest out. Always hold glasses by the stem, not the bowl. This keeps the drink cool and your touch elegant. When toasting, make gentle eye contact and raise your glass softly. No need to clink in formal settings. Between sips, place your glass back exactly where it came from. The beauty of etiquette lies in its subtleties, and every thoughtful motion you make adds a layer to the grace you naturally carry. Number 11. How to eat your meal. Each course offers a chance to practice intention. With soup, sip from the side of the spoon, quietly, without slurping, and gently tilt the bowl away if needed. For salads, cut only a few bites at a time to keep your plate elegant and manageable. The main course invites steady pacing. Eat slowly, pause between bites, and engage in conversation. Dessert is a soft finish, not a race. Use the appropriate fork or spoon and enjoy each bite with presence. The common mistake is rushing or using cutlery as tools rather than companions. Eating with grace isn't about performing. It's about staying connected to the food, the moment, and the people around you. And in those quiet pauses between bites, a deeper elegance begins to unfold. Number 12, how to hold and use cutlery correctly. Cutlery is not just functional, it's expressive. In the American style, you cut your food with the knife in your right hand, then switch the fork to your right to eat. In the continental style, both knife and fork remain in hand. Fork in the left, knife in the right, working in harmony. Neither is superior. What matters is fluidity and control. Hold them gently, not like tools, but like extensions of your hands. Avoid pointing or waving them mid-conversation. Between bites, rest them on the plate, never off to the side. It's easy to underestimate the impression these details leave, but mastery here creates a quiet assurance. And when your hands move with intention, your presence speaks, even when you say nothing at all. Number 13. How to leave the table gracefully. Rising from the table is more than standing up. It's a final gesture of your presence. Begin by gently placing your napkin on the table to the left of your plate, never refolded, just loosely placed. Push your chair back quietly, using both hands if needed, and stand with calm, unhurried motion. If others are still seated, offer a soft smile or nod before you step away. There's no need to rush or announce your departure. True elegance is in the restraint, the way you close a moment without needing applause. When you leave with composure, you're remembered not for your exit, but for the serenity you brought to the table. Number 14. Sending a thank you message or flowers. Gratitude is a finishing touch that lingers longer than dessert. Within 24 hours of the dinner, send a thoughtful thank you message. Warm, sincere, and specific. Mention something you truly appreciated, whether it was the meal, the ambiance, or the company. For more formal occasions, a small bouquet or handwritten note elevates the gesture beautifully. This isn't about obligation, it's about honoring connection. In a world where many rush on to the next thing, a quiet act of thanks stands out. It tells the host you noticed, you cared, and you carry that moment forward with grace. That's the kind of impression that never fades. Bonus point. Mastering dining etiquette reflects your inner poise and consideration. If you've made it here, let this be your gentle reward. Because true dining etiquette isn't just about where your fork goes, it's a mirror of how you carry yourself through life. Each graceful gesture, every thoughtful pause, reflects a woman who leads with intention and self-awareness. It shows you value presence over performance, mindfulness over attention. And in mastering these quiet details, you don't just elevate a dinner, you elevate the way you experience yourself. That's the real transformation. It's not loud and it's never rushed, but it's deeply felt. And those who encounter it never forget it. Thank you for being that kind of woman. If you're still with me, write this in the comments. Grace begins at the table. It's our quiet little way of recognizing one another. Women committed to living with elegance, intention, and warmth. If this video spoke to something in you, please like it to help others discover this space. Subscribe for more daily guidance on cultivating femininity, self-respect, and quiet power. And if you know a woman who would be nourished by this message, share it with her. There's another video waiting on your screen, one that continues this journey. I'll meet you there tomorrow, as always.